Long before kitchens, humans woke with hunger. Every morning began with one question: where will we find food today? There were no shops, farms, or stored meals. Survival depended on what nature gave. The elder knew they had to move. The group followed the search for food. Aru carried a simple digging stick. Nira carried leaves to collect food. Everyone was hungry, tired, and alert. Together, they walked into the wild. Their world was dry, rough, and uncertain. Food was not comfort in those days. Food was strength, movement, and life. And today, hunger would lead to discovery. The group searched deeper into the forest. Aru found roots buried under soil. He worked hard just to pull them out. Nira collected small fruits from low branches. The elder searched for signs of animals. They gathered whatever they could find. But raw food was not easy. The root was hard and difficult to chew. Even simple eating took time and effort. Their jaws had to work constantly. Raw meat was even tougher to tear, and digestion could make the body suffer. They had food, but not enough energy. Then, the sky above them began to change. A storm was coming toward the forest. Wind rushed through the trees suddenly. Leaves flew across the dry ground. Aru sensed that danger was near. Nira held the gathered food close. The elder told everyone to hurry. They ran toward rocks for shelter. Dust filled the air around them. Aru covered his face from the storm. Nira helped another member keep balance. Then, lightning split the dark sky. The group crouched low behind stones. No one moved. Everyone watched. Suddenly, lightning struck a dry tree. Flames appeared where the light had hit. Fire had entered their world. At first, fire looked like pure danger. Animals ran away from the heat. Smoke climbed high above the forest. Aru was afraid, but also curious. Nira stayed close to the elder. Flames moved through the dry grass. The group kept a careful distance. Then, rain slowly began to fall. The burning flames became weaker. Soon, only glowing embers remained. The land looked black and changed. The smoke became softer and lighter. The elder took the first step. Aru followed, still watching the ground. Then, Nira saw something unusual. A root was lying under the ash, but it did not look the same. Aru touched it carefully with a stick. The root broke apart very easily. The elder watched without speaking. Nira lifted a small, warm piece. The smell was new and stronger. Aru remembered the hard root from morning. One was hard, the other soft. Nira tasted it slowly and carefully. Her face changed with surprise. Then, Aru tasted a small piece too. This time, chewing was much easier. The group moved closer in wonder. Fire had changed the food. The group explored the burned ground carefully. The elder noticed stones still warm. Near them was a piece of meat. Nira stepped back, unsure and cautious. Aru remembered struggling with raw meat. Earlier, it had been tough and difficult. But this meat looked different now. Aru touched it gently with his stick. It separated more easily than before. The elder smelled it with caution. Then he tasted the smallest piece. Everyone waited for his reaction. The elder nodded slowly and calmly. Aru and Nira understood something new. Fire could change many kinds of food. Soon, the sun began to fall. The group had to return home, but Aru kept looking at the embers. He did not want to leave fire behind. Nira collected a piece of dry bark. The elder moved one ember carefully. A tiny glow rested on the bark. They walked slowly, protecting it. Thin smoke followed them through the forest. Wind almost stole the glow away. Aru blocked the wind with care. Nira carried dry grass for feeding it. At last, they reached the shelter. The ember was placed between stones. For the first time, fire came home. A small fire burned near the shelter. Everyone sat around it with caution. The elder warned them about the flames. Aru placed roots near the heat. Nira placed meat on a warm stone. Smoke rose gently from the food. Aru watched the roots slowly change. Nira turned the food with a stick. The elder fed the fire carefully. For the first time, they waited. Then the root cracked open softly. The meat became easier to pull apart. Aru broke the root and smiled. Nira shared the warm food around. This was the beginning of cooking. After eating, the group felt different. Aru no longer looked as weak. Nira stood with more energy. The elder watched everyone recover. Today, we know why this matters. Cooked food is easier to digest. The body can use energy more easily. Raw food needs more chewing and effort. Cooked food gives the body a head start. More energy means better movement and survival. It may also support the hungry brain. Aru felt stronger than before. The group prepared for the coming night. Nira brought more sticks for the fire. Fire was becoming more than heat. Night slowly covered the campsite. Cold wind moved beyond the rocks. The group moved closer to the flame. Warm light touched their faces. In the darkness, animal eyes appeared. But the animal did not come closer. Eru noticed the power of fire. The elder added more wood slowly. Nira warmed her hands near the light. The fire made a safe circle. Shadows moved across the stone wall. For once, rest felt safer. Eru stayed awake, watching the flames. Above them, the stars became visible. The night was no longer only fear. Around the fire, the group stayed together. Nira shared the last warm root. The elder showed how to stay safe. Aru copied the cooking movement. Nira showed how to turn food. Others watched, remembered, and learned. The fire turned the wall into stories. Aru pointed toward the burned forest. The elder pointed to embers and wood. They understood fire had to be protected. Communication grew around the campfire. People came closer, not farther apart. Food became something shared by the group. Discovery became memory, and memory became teaching. The fire became the center of life. The next morning, everything looked familiar, but the group was not the same. Aru checked the embers before leaving. Nira collected dry sticks for later. The elder pointed to the food basket. They still had to search for food, but now they searched differently. Nira chose food to bring back. The elder gathered wood for the fire. They carried food instead of eating immediately. Aru carried both roots and wood. Nira cleaned the roots near the camp. The elder prepared the fire area. Food was placed near the heat again. Cooking was becoming a planned action. Days passed, and the group repeated it. They kept firewood near the shelter. They cooked roots again and again. They roasted meat more carefully now. Nira protected the embers from rain. Aru taught others how to turn food. The elder watched the group grow wiser. More foods were brought to the flame. Warm stones became simple cooking tools. Meals became easier and more social. The camp became more organized over time. Fire was no longer only danger. It was food, warmth, and protection. A new human habit had begun. Today, cooking feels ordinary to us, but long ago, it changed everything. The ancient flame became the modern kitchen. Every cooked meal carries that old discovery. Fire gave humans food, safety,
and community. Fire did not only cook food, it shaped humanity.